So he did the experiments. He gave some sailors vinegar, he gave some sailors limes, and those who got limes survived, did not develop scurvy. The British Admiralty was happy. They said, this man is going to be our new advisor to the king. No. It took 40 years until the Admiralty was able to throw away the dogmas of old thinking and provided limes, lemons to the sailors. 40 years. During which time tens of thousands of sailors died. Not because it was not known, but because it was not implemented, this knowledge. Today, cancer is one of the greatest health challenges. And we are being told, sorry, cancer is a death verdict. You go to the doctor, he diagnoses or she diagnoses cancer on you. Your first question is not, doctor, what can I do? Your first question is what? How long do I have to live? So you've accepted this. You've accepted the dogma that this is a death verdict. But as you will see tonight, there's a huge industry building on this dogma. And this industry makes so much money that they have no interest to change this dogma. Worse, if this dogma changes, billions and billions of pounds are being lost for this investment business. This was a short introduction. What I wanted to accomplish with this is that we are not talking about the BMJ only, about Fiona Godley or whoever it is. It's not about persons. It's not about me. It's about moments in history where we need to elevate ourselves to live up to what this means. So when in the next section of my talk, I'll be talking about the British Medical Journal, and I guess we'll have some fun with it. It's not about belittling these people. It is about taking this as an example for understanding the way we need to take. Not only us as scientists, but you as people. Paul already mentioned this. When we talk about the British Medical Journal, we need to first define who it is. And the best way to define an organization, or in this case a journal, is to see who's paying for it. Who is the financier? That's how you characterize, you define an institution, an organization, and a medical journal. The Financial Times of March 16, 2007 wrote, I quote, "The BMJ, with a print circulation of 120,000 and 1.2 million online users, makes its money largely from pharmaceutical industry advertising and is targeted at general practitioners and hospital generalists. The bread I eat, the song I sing, as the saying goes." This is Dr. Fiona Godley, the editor-in-chief of this arguably most important medical journal. Fiona, we looked her up, has no track record as a scientist. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you stick with what you know. We specifically looked whether she had done any research herself on vitamins or micronutrients or any other science-based natural health research. Nothing. So everything she says, everything she talks about, she publishes, she writes about Dr. Rath, is hearsay. Someone else has told her that. What to think, what to write, what to say, whom to attack. And then there are other people, colleagues of Dr. Godley. Here's one of them, Dr. Marcia Angel, the former editor of the New England Journal of Medicine, in a way her counterpart across the Atlantic. She was the editor-in-chief of the New England Journal of Medicine for more than 20 years. And summarizing that time, she wrote a book, The Truth About the Drug Companies, How They Deceive Us and What We Should Do About It. I recommend that you at one point get this book, either from a library or from a bookstore. It will open your eyes. It will tell you that the criticism you read by me in this flyer that you may have found in your mailbox at home, or the things you will hear tonight, is rather diplomatic compared to what Dr. Angel says. The pharmaceutical industry, she writes, uses its wealth and power to co-opt every institution that might stand in its way, including US Congress, the FDA, the medical centers, and the health profession itself. And she calls the pharmaceutical industry a 200-pound colossus. Now, when I came here, I thought for myself, what is a 200-pound colossus? How can I illustrate that? And I found this picture. For me, this is a 200-pound colossus, a gorilla. Maybe she was afraid to use the word gorilla, so she used the word colossus. And this is the 200-pound pharma gorilla facing the editor of a medical journal. I owe you a short rundown on the events that led up to this scandal. Some of these figures we will visit in the next hour and a half. The discovery how vitamins can block the spread of cancer cell. Way back, 15 years, 16 years now. The foundation of an institute to prove this concept. The first publication of the results of this research. It's true, cancer is no longer a death verdict in USA Today, which is the highest circulating newspaper on this planet, in 2002. And when you attack a dogma that is the basis of a multi-billion-dollar investment business with chemotherapy drugs, you pay the price.